Short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's second and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
That was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. And behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Garoppolo now. On the screen, this is Coleman. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it's third down.
Block going to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
On the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a carry for Lindsey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Lindsey, the Bronco ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. And this is third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Locke looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
No, 21.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. 49ers nothing.
Here we go. 180. Check 15, check 15. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Broncos 17, 49ers nothing. Brandon McManus.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. 3rd down here. 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Watch 36. Hey, gun. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Mike, 13. One, Omaha.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got this. 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, gun. Back to you. 19 right. Watch 36 to Mike. Watch QB.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Up 3rd and 5.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I got you. 11. 18 ready. Mike 36. Mike 36. I got him. Watch 30. 12. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Watch 36. Hey, gun. Check right. 21. Here we go. 19 tight.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Let's go. I got you. 13.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Lock on target to Jerry Jeudy. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Rip left. Mike 40. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable for Spencer. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Block again here on 2nd and 10. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Broncos.
Block now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Screen pass to Lindsay. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and 2, Lock's going to throw. That is caught at the 7. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton. 38 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Charlie, it's a party now. Tracking 60. Right there, 54.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Jordan, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now a timeout.
It's a gain of 7.
7 seconds left in the first half.
Is 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And McManus able to put it through.
Is good.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Quan Alexander.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another run by Lindsey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
Throwing now is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
40's Mike. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Who that? Who that?
On second down, Mostert. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check. Hey, one set. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. But couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lindsey. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Austin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, gun. 11. Check. He's 60
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Yeah, I got you. Switch the mic right here. Go. Flag! 40's Mike.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Here's Locke. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 90. Whoa. You're not ready. You're not ready. Bravo. 19 right. Right there, 56.
Locke to throw on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Ball carrier.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the Broncos first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield, here's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 50 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. This will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A gain of 7.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's get there. Two. I got them. 19 tight.
Now Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
66. Bullet. 10. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's complete, Okuegbunam. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Complete to
first target, first catch at a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll run with Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. One more time with Lindsey, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Hey, gun. Check.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Watch the slants. Watch the 18.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
61. Matchbox. Right. 3. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down. A lot going to throw it here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for two. It's a run with Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That keeps the score.
So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.